Hey, welcome back to Dan's Fab Lab. Yep, that's what we call it. I had several people encourage me to get a YouTube channel started, and so I did. It is Dan's Fab Lab, and make sure you put the apostrophe S in there. You will not find me. But Dan's Fab Lab, like and subscribe. Anyway, good to have you back. Part 2 of the cowl vent door. Let's take a look at some of what's been going on. So the wooden bucks we made are now sandwiching our piece of metal, and I've got them lined up. I've eyed them up this way, this way, this way, this way, and they're pretty well just centered on each other. So I've got it all clamped down, and now right where my spot welds are going to go, because I don't want to just make a bunch of holes in this that I have to weld up when I'm done. So I am placing my screws. I'm going to put 2 screws in this that will absolutely hold everything in position, even when I have to change around on the welding table here for my hammer and dolly work, and then just reclamp it with these to hold it in place. But so right now we're going to drill this out and get them screws in it. I use a bigger drill just to countersink the head here a little bit. Just kind of touching it there. Get the countersink done. There she is. Let's see. Everything should be held in position, so even when I have to reposition it, then I have small metal plates here so that the C-clamps don't dig into the wood. In which case, when I'm hammering on it, they would loosen up. So here you get the gist of how this is. It's sandwiched between these 2 pieces of wood. The screws are in the exact spots where a couple of the spot welds, there's going to be 4 spot welds in here, and so these screws are right there. So when I move this around, and you can see I've retraced the line here, I'm going to retrim this a little bit, and then we'll go to hammering it over. There, that looks a lot more manageable. Just, I don't know, 1/2 inch to 3/8 to 1/2 inch. I'm trimmed up a little closer on the corners where the metal has to stretch a little bit more, but she's clamped in place. She shouldn't move. We'll get her clamped to the table, and I will mark my top so that I don't make the door for the wrong side. So this is the door we want. We'll drive the metal down. That gives us our flange downward, and we'll get to it here. All right, for this I'm just going to be using a small bumping hammer. I have a ball peen handy, medium weight, and this is a masonry chisel that I have ground off. It's got a 1/4 inch flat on it, no real sharp edges. It's not sharp enough to cut anything. But I can, if I need to, I can work that around the edge too with the ball peen hammer and begin to move it. And again, I'm not going to move a ton of metal at any one time. It's just going to begin with small little whacks to start moving the metal. Here's where this, you never hit that with your body hammer, but And that begins to move the metal a little bit. I'm kind of driving my hammer down a little bit, move the metal the direction that I want. All right, looks as though we're almost done here with it, other than the trimming. But she's rounded over pretty good to where seems to fit all the edges. We'll trim it off on the ends here. That's all that is needed there. Being 18 gauge, it was a little difficult to get her shrunk up along these sharper curves, but we were. Here again, you can see the flange on this is like maybe 1/8 of an inch. Very, very minute. So once we trim this off and we can get that finished up, you can see there's a little pucker right there. And so it's not going to matter because we're going to be trimmed way up into here, and we can finish that off real nice. It's going to be a good door. All right. Fitting pretty exactly. Yeah, we're getting there. That's a pretty snug fit, I think. That's what the doctor ordered. Maybe not that much. There we go. There we go. So you can see, this is going to make a really nice door. Once we trim all this off, get her shaped up, it's going to be good. Well, there she is. Perfect replica, reproduction of the original door. It sits on there like perfect. That's how she's supposed to. And like I said, these are where I drilled out the tack welds or the spot welds for this bracket, which is on the inside. And so when spot weld this up, that'll close those holes off. We can finish it off and everything will be good. Got to get the paint, rust and stuff off this. Then we can put it together. And that's a done deal. and here it is. It's pretty well completed. The bracket is welded to the back. The holes that we drilled for the buck are filled in, and we've done some metal finishing here. A few taps here and there because once you heat this up, you do get a little bit of shrinkage and things like that occurs, but we're able to get her straightened back out. And honest to goodness, I think this is probably as close to what the original door would have been prior to paint. This very well may be solved with just primer and then blocked off and then painted, and you'll never see it at all. So anyway, just a small project. There are bigger projects out there online and guys with a lot more talent than I have, but this just kind of gives you an idea of some of the ways, because truthfully, even though this is inches by inches, if you had a larger panel, if I were going to duplicate the rear fenders on that, I would do it the same way. I would create a wooden buck, sandwich that metal, peen over all my flanges, what I couldn't do on the bead roller here, and that's how I would go about it, just a bigger panel as compared to the cowl door. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out the YouTube channel. That's Dan's Fab Lab with 'S. Like and subscribe. Anyway, so we'll get on to other projects, perhaps the rocker panels. We've got the inners and outers to take care of on that. Again, this was a cowl vent door, passenger side, for the 1977 Toyota Landcruiser. See you guys next time.